Doring. Ms. Doring, would you please state your name?
Angelina Doring.
Can you just speak up, please, ma'am?
Angelina Doring.
All right. And so, counsel, as to the arraignment on the new charge.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, we are prepared to waive a formal reading. My client stands mute.
The court will waive the formal reading on your plea of not guilty for purposes of the arraignment. We'll schedule this matter for pretrial on June 18th. I'm sorry. No, June 26th. We're closed on the 19th. I guess we'll do June 12th. At 10:45 a.m. And that's the probation violation. Counsel of the court will arraign your client and will schedule this matter for a hearing date on June 12th as well at 10:45 a.m. Ma'am, it's alleged that you failed to appear for drug testing and failed to appear for workforce on your public intoxication, the matter you're on probation for public intoxication. And so the court will enter your plea of not guilty on your behalf for that matter. And counsel as to bond.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like you to know that Ms. Doring is 31 years old. She currently resides in Wyandotte. She is a mother of three. And Judge, each child actually is special needs. She's a stay-at-home mother, and she takes care of all the children. After speaking with her, she did assure me she would be appearing at all future court dates. Judge, I would just ask that all that be taken into consideration. The fact that she is a stay-at-home mother to three special needs children. Her husband is the sole provider, but he's at home right now with the children, so he's unable to work at this time.
Okay, ma'am, how old are your children?
9, 12, and 6. And my daughter just had her 30th bone surgery at U of M. On the 12th, she has to have 16 pins taken out. She's in like a body cast from her hips to her feet. And she just had bone removed in both legs, and the pins are holding her body together right now.
Okay, well, I am sorry to hear about that. However, ma'am, I hope you don't think this court's going to utilize that as a reason to give you a bond, a personal bond, and release you, because a couple reasons. Number one, you've failed to appear in this court on your probation violations, and you also have a pending warrant out of the city of Trenton as well. And so you have an issue with appearing in court. And given the reason for the stop here in Wyandotte, based on the alleged retail fraud in Trenton, the court has some serious concerns that you're going to be appearing in court. The court's going to order on the 24706A matter a $7,500 10% bond. Ma'am, you don't have a valid license. So while it seems to be on your husband as far as working only, it's going to be on him for the transportation as well, because you don't have a valid license. So you're not to drive a motor vehicle, ma'am, unless you clear your license. And as to the matter on 192608, the court's going to order a $3,500 10% bond. And ma'am, just so you're aware, even if this court granted you a personal bond, Trenton's coming to pick you up, so you wouldn't be released anyway. We're going to copy your bond conditions. Anything else?
Not this time, Judge.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day. All right, so off the record.
Judge Jacob Shea.
All right, we're on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Raphael Mitchell. 24708. And Detective, your name for the record, please.
Detective Devin Geiger, Wyandotte Police Department.
All right, and you've already been sworn in, so you're still under oath. You may proceed on the warrant.
Okay, on June 2nd, 2024, approximately 2300 hours, officers Don Berry and Tyler Gore were on patrol in the two-man car in the area of Biddle and Goddard in the city of Wyandotte. Officers saw a 2008 Buick driving southbound on Biddle with a burnt-out driver's side headlight, a burnt-out passenger side brake light, and a lien check of the license plate showed the plates to be expired from 9/12/2023. Officers stopped the vehicle for the above violations and spoke to the driver, who was later identified as Mitchell. Officers asked Mitchell for his driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. While speaking with Mitchell, officers noticed he appeared to be very nervous, keeping his hands raised in the air, only provided officers with the driver's license, and was looking for his cell phone in his pockets when it was right next to him in the center cup holder. Officers asked Mitchell if he has any weapons inside the vehicle, and Mitchell stated no and denied a consent search of the vehicle. Officers advised Mitchell the vehicle was going to be impounded due to the license plate being expired and asked him to exit the vehicle. Mitchell was asked to exit the vehicle and he stated no, which officers again asked Mitchell out of the vehicle and he stated no again. Officers ordered Mitchell out of the vehicle and he grabbed his cell phone and started calling his mother on his cell phone. Officers told Mitchell if he does not exit the vehicle, he'll be removed from the vehicle and arrested. Mitchell opened the driver's side door, but did not exit. Officers again told Mitchell to exit or he would be removed and arrested. Mitchell finally exited the vehicle. During an inventory search of the vehicle, officers located a loaded Glock 23 40 caliber semi-automatic handgun in the center console of the vehicle. The weapon was loaded with 1 round in the chamber and a fully loaded 15-round magazine. The gun was in a Blackhawk gray holster. Officers asked Mitchell if he has a CPL license, and he stated he does not. Lien shows that the weapon is registered to Mitchell. And that's it, Your Honor.
I think upon examination of any witness, the court does find the offense charge has been committed, defendant, and there's probable cause the defendant committed that offense. And counsel?
Attorney Corey Westmoreland praying on behalf of Mr. Mitchell.
Mr. Mitchell, your name for the record, please.
And my full name? Raphael Alexander
Yes.
Mitchell.
All right, and so counsel, as to the arraignment.
Yes, Your Honor, at this time, we are prepared to waive a formal reading. My client stands mute.
All right, the court will waive the formal reading, enter plea of not guilty for purposes of the arraignment. Sir, you do have the right to have an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court will appoint one to represent you. And in fact, you've had an opportunity to speak to your attorney today, correct?
Yes.
And you also, the court's also signed a petition for court-appointed attorney for felony matters. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have a trial by a judge or by a jury, and you also have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing may be used against you in court. Do you understand those rights, sir?
Yes, I do.
And the court's going to enter plea of not guilty on your behalf, schedule this matter for probable cause conference on June 13th at 10:15 a.m. And counsel asked to bond.
Yes, Your Honor, I would like you to know that Mr. Mitchell has no prior criminal history whatsoever. He's not currently on probation or parole, has no other pending matters. He is 27 years old. He currently is residing in Lincoln Park. He is gainfully employed at T&M Concrete Paving. Judge, as you've already heard, that the gun is owned and registered to Mr. Mitchell. He was purchased legally. After speaking with him at length this morning, he did assure me that he would be appearing at all future court dates. He has no history of absconding from any honorable court. So I would just ask that all that be taken into account when assessing a bond on behalf of Mr. Mitchell.
All right, and Mr. Mitchell, have you ever failed to appear in court before, sir?
I'm so sorry, one more time?
Have you ever failed to appear in court?
No, I have not.
And you're not currently on probation or parole anywhere?
No probation, no parole anywhere.
Are you out on bond in any other jurisdiction?
No, I do not.
All right, and sir, do you have any other weapons or firearms at your home?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Those are going to have to go to the Wyandotte Police Department for safekeeping. They're during the pendency of this matter, because you're not going to be allowed to possess or have access to any firearms and or any weapons. And detective, and any bond recommendation?
Just to assure his presence, 5,000, 10%, and not to operate a motor vehicle without being authorized to do so or being legally plated.
So do you have a valid license?
Yes, I do have a license.
You do? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, here's what the court's going to do. Based upon the nature of the charges, the court wants to ensure your presence to return in court. The court's going to order a $5,000, 10% bond. Following bond conditions, sir: you're not to possess or have access to any firearms and or any weapons. You are to secure your weapons at the Wyandotte Police Department for safekeeping. They will
Yes,
give
ma'am.
you the instructions as to how to do that. Anything else?
Yes, ma'am, if I could ask, am I being, well, during this pending situation down the line, am I being, basically stripping of any type of CPL to receive down the line in the future?
That's something you have to address with your attorney, sir.
Okay, then, thank you.
Okay? All right, thank you.
Okay.
We're gonna be off the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.